How Dominik Mysterio's love triangle will shake WWE up in 2024. Let's watch.
Things have been getting spicy on Monday Night Raw with WWE recently. We've already seen the nearly 2-year-long association of dirty Dominik Mysterio and the dominating Rhea Ripley as an implied couple on television. And it's been a huge hit, especially with younger, more casual wrestling fans. But with Mummy absent due to injury, things look to have taken a dramatic turn near the end of May 2024. Dominik Mysterio still running with the Judgment Day, though injured, and for a second time in a row, inadvertently helping Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley's foe and former tag team partner, retain the Women's World Championship. We're gonna get into it. A twisted love triangle could be evolving in front of us, and how is this going to play out? It's Sportskeeda Wrestling. I'm Kevin. Let us know.
And he's sitting there letting her do the shit. He ain't fighting her off. He like, you know, doing one of these, get up off me. He just letting her do it.
What you think is going to happen in the comments below. This directly led to one of the most talked about moments of the wrestling year. Liv Morgan laying a big old smooch on Dominik Mysterio to kickstart what could be a twisted love story for the rest of 2024, or maybe even a love triangle following the kiss that rocked the wrestling world. Oh, the soap opera drama. Yeah, no one's talking about super kicks, but a super kiss. And a lot of people have two main questions. One, what the hell did Dominic do to get so lucky in his life? Yeah, calm yourself down. You're being perverted with your response right there. And two, what on earth is going to happen in the aftermath of it all? We're going to try and get into that. We're leaning into the soap opera side of the superstar lives. Yes, if you missed out on WWE television in the past couple of years, here's a little bit of background on what the last 2 years have looked like for these three people in this potential big love triangle. Rhea Ripley began her run of dominance in 2022. The last women to pin her were none other than Liv Morgan, something that still holds up to this day. Rhea and Liv had a good deal of history together, first as partners, then as foes. As you probably may know, Rhea Ripley has gone on to become the #1 woman in all of professional wrestling. After winning the Royal Rumble in 2023 and defeating Charlotte Flair in a show-stealing performance at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. She went on to bulldoze her competition throughout the year despite having injuries, retaining her momentum, and including a big match against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 40 where she came out on top. During that 2022 stretch, before her big breakout year as a solo superstar, Rhea Ripley's rival, Liv Morgan, wasn't having a very bad year herself. She won the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase and became the SmackDown Women's Champion, defeating Ronda Rousey, only holding the title for a little while before losing it back to Ronda Rousey. She went on to become who many thought was just a perpetual runner-up, someone who would only have a fleeting spot at the top. She was the runner-up in the Women's Royal Rumble matches in 2023 and 2024, and she was even the runner-up for the Women's Battle Royal to crown a new Women's World Champion after Rhea Ripley was forced to vacate the title because of Liv Morgan attacking her backstage. Liv's attack on Rhea on Raw right after WrestleMania 40 season was directly responsible for the Women's World title being vacated. That's right, Liv Morgan wanted revenge on her former tag team partner, and this was a legitimate way, with a legitimate injury, to kick that all off into high gear. As for Dominik Mysterio, 2022 marked a turning point for him as well. After some fans who don't want to pay attention to anything below the surface labeled him bland, boring, and vanilla, Dominik Mysterio went on to betray his father, Rey Mysterio, the legendary Rey Mysterio, and Edge when they joined forces to take on the Judgment Day at a premium live event, Clash at the Castle. That's right, the son turned on his father. From there, it's been off to the races for dirty Dominik Mysterio, with Rhea Ripley whispering in his ear all of those evil influences. He's become one of the most hated villains in all of professional wrestling and WWE, with crowds still refusing to let him talk whenever he holds a microphone in his hand for the last 2 years. Let's flip it back to more recent history, with Liv Morgan promising that her revenge tour would see her take everything from Rhea. She may have been the runner-up in that battle royal to crown the new champion after Rhea had to vacate the title, but the interesting glances between Dominic and Liv Morgan backstage would start to become intriguing. Even some keen eyes would check out Dominik Mysterio leaving a locker room, and then Liv Morgan leaving that same locker room in the background of some interviews on WWE television. What did this mean? And lead up to the King and Queen of the Ring event, where Liv would challenge Becky Lynch for that women's world title, well, Dominic ended up helping her win the women's world championship, despite him coming all the way to Saudi Arabia to get revenge for Rhea Ripley. Yeah, his arm was in a sling, so I guess it wasn't easy for him to throw that steel chair into the ring. And just 2 nights later, he was steamrolled by Big Braun Strowman. He once again inadvertently helped Liv Morgan because his body was smashed up against the steel cage door. That bombs on Becky Lynch's head and lets Liv Morgan escape with the title. This is where it all went to a more interesting level. The story was clear. Liv Morgan is trying to take everything away from Rhea Ripley while she's gone. And is Dominic in on all of this?
And then he's smart.
Morgan has been injecting herself into the Judgment Day faction with social media posts of her having some memorabilia of her gear, like JD McDonough's hand scarf being spotted in her Instagram post. Wow, you people are. A week after that infamous kiss on Monday Night Raw, she made it clear to Dom that while Rhea Ripley might quite literally kill her, Rhea Ripley would also kill Dominic for his behavior. Dominic, in typical slimy heel fashion, decided not to contact Rhea to give her some space, which was something very much in character for him. All while the Judgment Day appears to have clear cracks within the group since Rhea Ripley has taken a hiatus. Apparently you guys think the thing doesn't work without her? Yeah, some of you Rhea Ripley loyalists are really starting to lose your minds without her on TV. The stars have been aligning brilliantly. In a similar vein of WWE's approach to Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, they're building a lot of anticipation for Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Yes, they're able to make characters interesting even if they can't have matches to keep the storyline going, at least on one side of the scenario. Ultimately, this depends on how long Rhea Ripley will be on the shelf and out of the scene and away from a TV camera for WWE. There's a lot of speculation, but Rhea Ripley being back in the gym is a sign to many that her return may not be as far away as we might have initially thought. If the timing is right, then a feud for SummerSlam can easily be set up. Maybe make it a custody of Dominic ladder match, 19 years in the making after that original one. Yes, the outlandish 2005 storyline that had a SummerSlam ladder match where Eddie Guerrero fought Rey Mysterio for the custody of Dominic. Yes, that really happened. There's potential for a good story that can lead to the biggest feud of the summer in WWE's women's division, maybe even the biggest feud for any women in wrestling this year. We know that Nia Jax will be competing for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam, her rightful honor after winning the Queen of the Ring tournament, so Rhea's return will be enough to warrant a big rematch since she never lost the title. If Liv Morgan continues to wind Dominic and his mullet around her finger and tease it up, then you never know what might happen when we hear that song of "This is my brutality" and "That's my man, get away from him." This is a feud that WWE needs on the Raw side, especially with the show making the big leap to Netflix at the end of 2024. These are the type of testy angles that push the limits of TV ratings that we traditionally expected from WWE to a different level. Once you're on Netflix, you have a lot more creative freedom. With Becky Lynch's contract over as of this video, Charlotte Flair still out of action for the foreseeable future, and an overall change to the dynamic of the division post-draft, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley can take the women's division to another level with a love triangle that appeals to fans, both casual and die-hard, and Dirty Dominic stays dirty in all of it. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you think is the...
I don't know. I don't really see her tussling over Dom. I hope not. I want to see her smack the both of them. But I want to see her smack him harder. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting whenever she comes back. And I can't wait because this is a lot. I want to see Dom get smacked by Rhea. I need that. I need it. All right, y'all, I was gonna do this just for action. Make sure to leave some likes and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you on the next one. Toodles.